Yes, hello everyone. Hope you are doing great. Yeah, today we're going to be looking at lighting in Blender, just playing with different lighting scenarios and see what to improve in our renders. Let me get a few reference images. I'm looking at some good renders on Pinterest and ArtStation. Let me just make sure let me set up everything here and okay. Yeah, so I'm looking at some good renders here. These are some amazing renders, and today I just want to focus on lighting and help myself improve, and maybe you can also get some tips here. We're going to be recreating some amazing lighting from different scenes like this. This is by Tamo Juhola. Just look at this. We're going to try creating this kind of stuff with very minimum effort, because we want to focus mainly on the lighting. And this one is by Huleb. It's a very nice piece. This one is same guy, Huleb. I think he goes for this kind of greenish teal tint with a reddish tint. Amazing look. This is a foggy, same guy. I think I just love his lighting. Same guy again here. Same guy. Wow. Yeah, I just love this piece. Yeah, so we're going to try and recreate some of this stuff and some lighting from different scenes. Yeah, from different scenes here. Let me get a few pieces. Just have this as well in here. Hello Nafsur Musalin, how are you? And how is Bangladesh? What time is it there? And what part of Bangladesh is that? Let me see where Bangladesh is on the map. I know it's near India. Bangladesh. Yeah, next to Nepal and India. So you're kind of surrounded by India, yeah? Let's see. Okay, so let's get started by doing this. But before we get in, I want to start with doing some promos for some ads here, add-ons. Yeah, so if you're in the market for an ultimate explosion stroke destruction add-on, this chaos add-on is an amazing add-on. It's used by VFX artists to create a lot of amazing destruction sequences. And let me just play for you a quick sequence here. Let me just see. It does smoke, debris, and destruction sequences quite nicely, as you can see here. Yeah, so yeah, if you are into VFX, this is going to be a very useful add-on to add to your tools. It's Chaos add-on, and the link is in the chat. Another add-on I would like to promote is the Transportation add-on. This is a library of different vehicles, well detailed, high realistic models that you can use in your scenes. They're also rigged, so you can use them. And they also come with a lot of materials and HDRI images that you can use in your sequences. This is Transportation, and also the link is in the chat. The last add-on I want to promote is RBD Lab. It's also a destruction, kind of a VFX add-on that you can use to create some cool VFX like that. It's just amazing. You can check it out. The link is also provided in the chat. This is really, really amazing. Okay, yeah, so with that out of the way, let's get started with some lighting. So let's try creating this piece here. Try recreating this piece here. and see. Let me just up this here. Okay. Now, where is my audio music? Okay. I want us to start with this piece, and obviously we're going to be using cycles for this because I think it's the best here. So to do this, let's do. It's a simple scene. That's why I chose it first, because we can easily. Hello, Crash Gamer. How are you? How's everything? And Crash Gamer, where are you from? Yes. Slide this here. Okay. And we have a large area light. I think this is a good way to practice lighting techniques from different professionals or from different artists. By just imitating better artists. So let me change to a 35mm here, so we can see more of the sequence. Extrude down. I think I can move this around there and go to cycles. Okay. Then another thing I could do is go to the world. I'm going to make sure that I have no lighting from the world, and we can either use this as make sure that this is an emissive plane. Hello, B Nation. How are you? Okay, so yeah, you're third. Nice. And we're also going to grab. Let me get some. Remember, we want to create a lot of. I want to practice more than one scene, so I'm going to rush through this. I'm great. Glad to see you. Let me just make sure that these samples are starting to attain. Now, the issue with cycles is that it doesn't render bloom, so we're not seeing that highlight there. And also get a female character here. You call this lighting. And let's also add our large area light to light up the rest of the scene. I'll just have it here. Let's do 1000. You can see the light is too big, it's too broad. Just let me see. Okay, something like that. Okay, how to fix bloom. So we can if you're using cycles, you can't see bloom in real time, but you would have to use the compositor for that. Yeah, I'm adding a few steps here. Now, I think I'm also going to give this a material and make that surface a bit reflective. Like that. Yeah, we can use the compositor, yeah, to handle that part. What's up from Canada, bro? I have been 3D modeling and doing simulation for 8 hours plus, to the point that I'm almost forgot. It's almost 3:30 a.m. Wow. Doing simulations. What have you been simulating? What have you been simulating? Dude, there gonna be a replay right now. Yeah, there will be a replay. Okay, so I want to have the bloom effect as well. So what I'm going to do is let me first reduce all this sound here. Let me also change my music a bit. Let me just play ambient music here. Okay, so I think we can give this a quick render, but I don't want it to be too heavy on my machine. So let's do, can we render for 30 seconds? And we can also, because I want the background to also be this neutral color, I'm going to go in Filmic, turn on transparency, like that. Now let me see if we use some light. Actually, I think we shouldn't use any light here. And we're going to use background to, let me first show you what I want to do. So let me first pause here, and let's render a 1720 1280 by 720, because there's no way you can achieve this without, if you're using cycles, without using the compositor. So I'm not sure if this is going to lag my PC, but yeah, dude. Let me see. I have been simulating a lot of fire, water, and smoke, and your PC can handle that, because mine would just struggle. Mine will simply struggle. Okay, it seems I can't render and stream at the same time, but let's see what can we do. Now what I'm going to do is let me grab a concrete material, concrete surface, and just add it to this. So we have a more reflective, detailed surface. Now, let me give this a lot more power, like render on GPU, stream on CPU. Okay, maybe I can render on CPU, because I can't change my stream midstream. Yeah, I can't change the settings midstream. I don't think so. Let me see if I can render here now. Seems to be working now. Yeah. So let me know if I want to check if it's lagging. Okay, when I do that, when I try to render, then the CPU doesn't, my OBS doesn't seem to upload any data to YouTube. So let's try working with the limitations we have. Another thing, if you want to bring this bloom effect, we can just try using a volume. So let's do that. So this is we can use a principal volume. Yeah, I realized that that too. When I try to render, I run into that issue then. So if we want to use bloom, we have to add volumetrics then. Hello, Hash Panika. Could you guys let me know where you are viewing from? Usually a good way to start the stream. Hello, Sherlock Holmes. How are you? Just seeing the hat, but you have already been in the chat. I'm seeing. Okay, so let's see what we can change about this to make the lighting, the scene more cooler. So what do you guys think we could add on to this to make it look more cool, much better? Let me see. If I go to the world settings, can we? That doesn't really look super. So let's just use a few shapes, just simple shapes, because the focus of this this video today is just lighting. Want to see if we add more, if we can make this more interesting. Hello, can you make aqueduct another day? Aqueduct. The bridge. I think I've done something similar already. Sometimes just simple scenes like this can let's see. Another way to light this, to make the light more rich, we can, instead of using animation plane here, we can use a translucent. So let me ask, how many of you are very good at lighting, who are very comfortable with lighting? Yeah, like I was saying, we can, instead of just using an emissive plane, we can have a light, an area light behind a translucent material. Yo, thank you for subscribing. That's Philip Denise. Thank you. And, make sure that this doesn't render shadows. So shading or visibility. Make sure it doesn't render any shadows. So we can make this as powerful as we can. Hello, Era. How are you? Yeah, I see. It gives us that kind of gradient effect. And it makes the light seem like it's behind the screen. You can even have, let me see, if I use 100 here. Let's try. Let me see. Just want to see if I can have some gaps between these lights. See if I can get some difference. Yeah, so like streaks of light like that. I think make the scene more interesting. I made some art for my Roblox game, but I don't have a Discord, so I could put a link in the chat so someone can rent it, please. You can use !Discord and post it there, because I don't think YouTube allows links in the chat, but you can try pasting it in. I don't think YouTube is going to have it there. Let me see. I'm going to add a really blue light on the side here, just to contrast things. Then maybe we can also have the structures, these structures in the back, and maybe just trying to use very few shapes, simple shapes, to create an interesting scene. Simple scenes. Let me see, just have this. And let's have this character here, like she's climbing this, so I'll make editable. Make it seem like she's climbing this. You can't have this code. Why is that? Is it not allowed where you're from? Because that's messed up. Okay. just want her to seem like she's climbing up. Just find a way to make this a little bit more interesting. Maybe I can add a light in front of this guy just to give him some rim light. We can go with that. Let's move on to the next scene. Let me see, which one could we work on here? I like this piece here. These are like balloons or whatever they are. Those, let's see. Remember, the purpose of the stream is to just see how we can make simple scenes using good looking scenes using simple shapes and lighting by imitating good artists. Let's see. Let me see. Can I get concrete again? And start with the concrete material. Again, we can use Eevee for this. Let me change the aspect ratio. Now, to have balloons like this, all we need is a plane like this. Just going to basically copy what this guy has done. Shift. Now we can also add a displacement modifier on top of this with a noise texture. Then we can grab some, these look like UV spheres, so I just use that. Let's add a hair system. This time can have, just needs to render this balloon. Now the issue we're going to run into is that these are going to intersect But I think if we do something like, if we make the balloon, if we turn this into a shape of a balloon, like make it smaller at the bottom, maybe it shouldn't intersect that much. And I just play with the rotation here. No more. Let's do abstract 2. So I think we're going to need fewer. Let's first work with very few, just to figure out the right rotation of this. If we rotate this on the Y, rotate it on X. Yeah, so we want them to be pointing outside, like that. So we can add more. And now we can play with the random scale. And can turn off instancing. So, and another thing I could do is just have this duplicated in the back. Make sure it has a different particle system, and I just change, play with the seed. Repeat until we don't have any gaps anymore. And let's see now how this would look. It seems like he has most of his light coming from this side. Let me first get rid of all the light. Now we can add a nice area light around there. These balloons can have a very reflective material and maybe make it. Hey Walker, how are you? Yeah, let me just let me try this material. So trying to make this more interesting, let's find a character as well. Hello Devraj Creation, how are you? Glad to see you. And I want to have some rim light on him, so the light we have in the scene is not enough, so I'm going to, let me see, add an area light above his head. And you can see it gives us a nice rim light on him just like that. Now we can try making this powerful so that I don't think we need to make it too powerful. Actually, we can make it powerful. Shouldn't be a problem. Where are you from? I'm from Uganda, East Africa. Hello, Pankaj Goshami. Hello, sir. I am a Blender user, and I have learned Blender more than beginner level, but now I am confused on what to do. Yeah, you can follow a few streams, a few videos on YouTube, and see what other people are making, and go from there. I understand what you mean. Yeah, because sometimes it can feel like you're not progressing anymore. Let me try to add. And there is some volumetric lighting going on, so let's add that as well. And let's give this a principal shader as well. Principal shader, principal volume, sorry. You know what? I like this look. Maybe we can use a spotlight, a very strong spotlight. Now, I don't know which one should I go with. Let's see. I think we also need to make our surface more reflective. Let me first see what's going on here. Let me look for a different material. I think it's starting to look much better. Let's see how it looks in Eevee with Eevee lighting, because Eevee handles volumetrics a bit better than cycles, but it doesn't do lighting very well. Maybe make this more reflective. Like in his case. And another thing we could do is play with some colors. So I'm using the quick functions add-on, my add-on, to do this. You might need to use like the compositor for this, but this is a quick way for me to test out, to experiment with different colors. When am I coming to India? I don't know, man. I am not sure, but I think it would be nice to visit India, because there are a lot of artists, 3D artists there, so it would be amazing to visit a place like that. Let's try a different type of lighting. Let me first get rid of all the lighting we have. Shift G type, get rid of all the lights we have. And I'm going to add, because it seems he has one directional light from this side, so let's do that as well. So if I get a very large area light, because we want to replicate his lighting, so light, area light. Hope your channel blows up compared to Punisher. Your skills are 100 times. No, he's very skilled. I've seen his work. He's very, very skilled. Yeah, so I think this is how he set up his lighting. He has one big light on this side, and you can see when I do that, my lighting starts to look somewhere similar. Do you plan your projects? Do you start out by blocking the scene or detail first? No, I don't plan my scenes. I just go in and do what I can see, and just adjust things as I go. Planning is just hard. It takes too much time. There's something about his scene that just makes it look better. And I haven't figured it out yet, but we'll get there. Let me see. So let me first reduce on the balloons we have so that we have more control, and see if we can figure out what makes his scene really so good. Let's try to get the same S shape. That maybe, let's make this a bit tighter. I don't know if it's in the way he composed his shot, but it just makes it look much better. Maybe let's increase. It's a simple scene. Very simple. Doesn't seem like a lot of things going on here, but it just looks amazing. I think I've just made it worse. Okay, maybe now we are getting somewhere. Let's bring back the volumetric. Let's see how Eve is handling this. Now, let me grab a water shader and see if that would help. Okay. Hello, Technical Gaming. YT, how are you? Okay. If I change this to water shader, Blender Crash, but let's try this again. Because I really love this scene. So simple, but somehow difficult to make. Surprisingly difficult. Now, I think if we want to get anywhere close to good results, we need to make this our own scene instead of just trying to copy his directly. So let's change ours a bit. Now let's add the light this side and have this continuous, let's make the scene our own scene instead of just trying to copy him directly, because we may not get any good results. Ah, nice. Did YouTube recommend them, or did someone recommend them? I would love to know. How did they get recommended to you? Yeah, I want this to be really tall towers or balloon. Hey, Red Dot, how are you? How is your project going? I think we can add a plane here. Yeah, so we have to change this to make it our own scene. I'm going to have this have multiple layers, so there's always something in the background. Hey, Deriani, I'm seeing a lot of new names today. Are YouTube recommended? Oh, yeah, that's a great thing to hear. Please like and subscribe. That's yeah, thank you. Yeah, you should like and subscribe if you're new here. Would be amazing. Progressing day by day. I really love to see how it goes. So don't forget to let me know if you have any progress, new progress. Yeah, like I said, to make the scene look more better, we might have to just change it a bit so that it looks like ours. And let me see, can I make this super reflective? Yeah, I think that's much better. Let's see if we bring back the volumetric. The issue is the this volumetric is that it requires a lot of samples to look any good. Liked and subscribed. Ah, nice. Thank you. Okay. Let's see, what else could we add in here? Let's try changing the color of the balloons. If we change the material of the balloon to something more, let's say if we add a translucent shader, let me see how that would look. Translucent. Just blend the two. And I guess that is not too bad. And we can play with the exposure a bit here. Yo, thank you for subscribing, Darian Say. I happen to be studying 3D Blender. Ah, nice. Are you doing that in school, or where are you studying that? Okay, let's see. Okay, I think we're done with this. Maybe we can change the colors a bit. Let me see. Play with the colors a bit here. The scene is using 3 bubble walls, 2 curved and 1 flat. And 1 flat. The curve are placed next to each other, and the left and the flat at the end of the scene. Yeah. So, okay, I see what you mean. But the bit that we were struggling with was the lighting mostly. Thank you, Jojo, for subscribing. I think for this scene we can let me increase the samples to I think that doesn't look too bad. Okay, let's try a different scene. This one here. So it's like an engine thing. Let me grab a plane and use the, what is it called? Let's use the landscape landscape add-on to generate a landscape. So that should be under mesh landscape. That we can landscape tools. Let's see. You know, I like, let me bring this. I like the shape of this. So if we have that, like in the background, we can have it as a starting point. Maybe, I don't know. Can add another landscape. I'm from India. Where are you from? I'm from Uganda, man. I'm from Ghana. What part of India are you from? You are funny when you spell my name. No, I'm from from Indonesia. I'm from Uganda. That's in East Africa. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What was I doing? Yeah, changing. Let's see. Nah. Okay, so this is going to be, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, this is going to be our terrain. And let's start. Let's add some clouds. Let me first add a sky texture. Just make sure that I'm in cycles here. Hello, Lukifa Escalata. Yeah, I'm seeing today I'm seeing a lot of people. I don't know why YouTube today recommended the stream, but really appreciative of that. East Africa? Yeah, that's in East Africa, Uganda. So, yeah, if you're new here and you like what you see, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Really helps out the channel quite a lot. Okay. Let's work on texturing this. I'm going to grab two materials. So let me grab grass. Oh, let's just find some grass texture. I'm using the asset library add-on. Okay. I think I'm just going to use box mapping. I don't need this to have any bump. Let's do if you're asking for state, then it's West Bengal. Ah, nice. This is my first time to hear about West Bengal. Is it like a major town, major state? Let's see. Let's call these plains. So it's around sunset. So let's bring the light really low. I like that. Make sure these all are using the same materials. So everything right now is grass, but we can look for some rock. Some rock texture like this. Import it in like that. And I just grab a geometry node, input geometry. No, it's a state, not a town. Ah, I see. And our jobs there, like 3D jobs. Let's do a normal and then separate. I always want to know like the state of 3D jobs in different locations, so that if things are better than there, I can just pack up and move. But it's of course not that easy. But yeah. Anyway, so this is going to be a mask for our rock. Okay, not that way. This is going to be our mask. So we can blend these, and this can be our mask. So parts are rock, parts are grass. Let me just duplicate this. Okay, yeah, so something like that. And let's change the rotation. Seems we have something lighting up. Okay, this. Now we can add in some grass particles. Actually, we can first scale the entire scene up. Now let me change the mask to be on the y-axis. X. Now we need a volume shader just to have some separation. So let's do that. Bro, you are a genius in Blender. Thank you, thank you. What's the time in your place? It's 12:15 p.m. So it's afternoon. This is supposed to be principal volume. Principal volume. No density, but we want an emission, and I want the sky to be very, very faint. Yeah, something like that. Now let's create these, whatever these are, large stuff here. I think I'm going to start with a circle. Rotate on the X. Let's use a 25mm angle. So I'm going to have this in its own collection. It's 2:45 p.m. So you're like a few hours ahead. I'm going to create this a new collection. Call this I don't know, 1, and then we can start adding these details. Can grab a wireframe, duplicate this, get rid of the wireframe, shade smooth, give this yeah, we're trying to create details here, and we can add a solidify modifier, only thickness, like that. Let's make sure that this is flipped, auto smooth, like that. Now we can just select a few random pieces. I think we can subdivide this even further and use random select. Select random select, change up the seed, increase the selection, actually reduce, select random select, reduce the ratio, increase the rotation, the selection, and then just, now you can see a very easy way to add details. We can repeat the steps or just duplicate this. Just create another one here, another detail here. Now we can even use Ctrl T to turn them into shapes like that. Can again use the random select here. Actually, before I do that, this needs to be separated. Add a few of these in there. Just try to make something that looks, let's go back to cycles and see. And we can add, let me add a big area light here. Can just even be, let's try 5. And a large area light as well here. And let's find some metal texture. Let me grab maybe something like this. So grab all of these, link. Materials. And since this is a collection, we can instance it. Actually, all these pieces should be in a collection called new collection 1. Now we can instance that collection because you can see there are 5 or something like 5 pieces here. Now the grass seems to stand out quite a lot, so let me make it a bit darker. Now let me also grab some grass elements that I have, see if I can reuse them here, because I'm not about to create grass from scratch. I have this grass that I can use here. Just give it a shrink wrap and just have it on top of this surface. And just use projection. Let's use more particles here. I'm going to add another light here. Shouldn't be too bright. And this should be a bit rusty. Okay. These particles need to be maybe something like 2. Has to be less green. Let me also just add another light. I also think we can grab this grass, have it on the other side. I'll see you as well. Good luck too. Chat flow goes up 90% when I'm here. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Indra Lesmana, how are you? I tried making a render with grass. Yeah, and how did it go? Because grass can be quite heavy. I think these things need to be bigger. I don't know. I want to see this image. I see. I'm from India. Oh, nice, nice, nice. $50 viewers. Ah, nice. That's amazing. If you're new here, you could leave a like, subscribe, and be part of the channel, which is amazing. Let's increase the volumetric here. Let's try 0.5. It's going to bring this up. Let me see. Yeah, hello everyone from Indonesia. How is it there? So let's see. I think we could also add some wires. Let's get some wires here. Wire. Some wires hanging from one end to the other. So let's, yeah, something like this. Can you teach me? Sure. Guess I am here. I'm also doing that. Here. Let me see. Do I have a barrel? A barrel. Let's get some fire. maybe the plane just crashed and now everything is on fire. By the way, this is animated fire, but used a lot of cheating to get it to look this way. Hello Deepak, glad to see you here again. Let's continue adding more fire to this. I think this is facing the wrong direction. I really want to know how to use Blender. You can watch a few tutorials here and there. Tutorials are the best way to learn Blender, I think. Tutorials on YouTube and everywhere else. Let's get some dude here. This dude. Let's add him here. Yeah, those are just images on a plane, but with let me show you actually. It's just an image on a plane with a, but it's animated fire, so I have a displacement map, a noise texture, and a displacement map. I think I have a tutorial on that, on how to create this fire on the channel. So you can search top channel 1-on-1 fire if you want to. It's just a single image, this with a noise texture to displace it and displace the texture as well. Okay, why is Blender freezing? Okay, good, it's back. Are the panels of the body procedure? Are these here? Not really procedure, because they're just meshes with clever ways of kind of deleting parts of them. Yeah, plain go bruh. Masters of Hackers, thank you. Do you know Indonesia language? No, I don't. Morning, Ray Medica. Morning. Yeah, it's a cool way to get around simulating fire, because that can take a lot of time. So I think we can also make parts of these on fire. selection tool. And I want him, actually I think there is some light on him from this side, but I want to exaggerate it by adding another area light. Yeah, like that. You teach me Blender and I teach you Indonesia. Ah, that would be a great transaction, but where are you going to teach me that? One of the biggest things in Blender and art overall is there's not just one way to do things, and you can come up with a lot of ways to do different things on just your own. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, problem solving. Yeah. Because you just have to go with the most efficient way to do something, I think. Okay. If human do be casual walking into fire. Maybe he's the one who set it up. Like, maybe he's kind of tired of things. Let's add some hanging wires. Let me look for some more wire. These ones here. Now we can finally play with some colors here. I have some few color presets that I can play with here. Just reset. What country bow should I make? America or Russia or Australia or India? How about you make all of them? Like all, how many countries are in the world? Make all of them and see. Did you order a new PC already, by the way? No, I haven't, man. I haven't. It's yeah, I'm doing some construction, so that's eating up a lot of my money. And right now, most of the projects I'm handling or projects I'm doing, this PC can handle them. And I'm also just trying to, I'm just making sure that I'm also just working on projects that my PC can handle. Now I think we can also add fire in the distance there. But no, I have not gotten the PC. Yeah, we can add also some fire in the back there, like something is is on fire there as well, so it's not just here. Let me see, let me go see what else I can drop in here just to break up this grass a bit. How do you find your references? I just go to Art Session or Pinterest and just find something that looks interesting. Yeah, I think this scene is done. Like I said, we just use this as inspiration to get something. You find someone who you think does good work and try to get inspiration from that. Yeah, one thing at a time. I mean, if you try to do everything at once, it's just going to, you may end up not doing anything at all. Okay, yeah, I think that's going to be it for that. And maybe let me drop some of the fire up close as well. Okay. Now, what next? What next? What next? Let's find something. Let me see. How are we doing on time? Okay. This is from the same guy. Looks easy to make, but I think it's more complicated than it looks at first. So, this just looks too enticing to leave. Let me go for that. First change the aspect ratio here, 1080, 1920. Okay, maybe that's too wide. I'll start with plane. Let's go in cycles. I think this is the last one for today. Go to cycles. I'll find some concrete. Let me see. Let's do this thing. I'll find an arc. Just going to try and recreate what he has here. Grab these. I'll find some columns. Let's use these. I think this has to be a bit wider. And let's see. Yeah, we need a light in here. Let's say we can start by trying to make things look like what he has, then change them bit by bit and make the artwork our own. I'm also going to add a large area light. Up here. Like that. Maybe look for a window. By the way, this is my asset library, an add-on I use constantly to just search through the assets I've made, and I just reuse them. If you want to get it, you can either become a Patreon or just get it on the Blender market. Links are in the chat. Let me add a door. I think I can go with this. Go this door. Let me try this one here. It's more detailed. We have some water reflections here, so maybe let's do that. And before I do that, I think I'm going to use the sculpt tool to add some details here. So just go to Enotopo, just sculpt this a bit. I think I need to apply the scale of this first. Just make the surface a bit uneven. And I'm going to come in here. create a noise texture like this. Just I think I can just use object mapping. Scale this up. This is going to be the mask for our water. So let me add a car ramp. So those black areas are going to be where the water is. Let's increase the detail to something like 5. Just trying to find a better spot for the water, maybe something like that. And we can grab a glass shader, glossy shader, blend these two and use this as the mask. And this should be really glossy. I think I have the botanical add-on, so let me spawn some trees here that could help with the shadows. Succulents, no. Carnivorous. I need some large trees. Also some nice weeds that we can add on the ground. It's now just about set dressing. Let me see what I have. Some shrubs here. By the way, if you want to get botanical, I have an affiliate link. Let me see, just make sure that I have that in the chat. If you want to get the botanical tree add-on, that's the link in the chat. Ref equal 311. This man is a wizard, just jealous of how fast you can go. Yeah, it's just a lot of practicing, man. Practicing my stuff. Yeah, I want this to be directional, maybe. Added more shrubs. Yeah, I want some of these trees to be in the light, so Let's add in our character. Just have her leaning on the wall. Maybe she's kind of smoking. Australia done. Ah, nice. Do I have a cigarette? Cigarette. Nope. Let me get a smoke from a cigarette. Yeah, like this, because I want it to seem like she's a smoker. Add a plane, new material, just bring in the smoke. The smoke can just be an emitter shader with a transparent. And this can just simply be an alpha channel. So let's see. Actually, it shouldn't be an emitter. It should be a translucent with a should be an emission, but very low emission, 0.5. Got to go? No problem. You can try posting your. You said Discord doesn't work for you. That's quite unfortunate. Let me add a color up here. Hey man, good night, man. Good night, good night. I want her closest to be a bit darker, so let me add a color mix RGB here. Yeah, something like that. Yes, add some wall detail. But this read. Let me see, do I have a fence? Yeah, can have a fence in front of the camera and see how that would look. Tien Bear. Yeah, I think I'll give this a render and yeah, post it in the Discord server. Let me change aspect ratio to a more 1920 by 1080. More standard aspect ratio. Gonna